strange things about me. I'm gonna be a bigger person. I'm gonna apologize. So, okay, this is for Blueface. I'm sorry for whenever time you felt betrayed or like I wasn't there for you while you was in jail. Even though we wasn't seeing eye to eye, even though you was messing with other people and I was messing with other people. Prison is prison, right? So it's like a line you don't go over or cross for real, and I feel like his heart really hurt with that. When I get mad, I say things like, you're better off either dead or in jail. You know what I'm saying? Even though I have my reasons of why I say those things because of what we go through and what we put each other through, it's still not okay to fight a wrong with another wrong. You know what I'm saying? So my apologies to Blue, because one thing about it, he just want to hear a sincere apology. That's really just because
Chrisean Rock just did the unthinkable. She apologized. Yes, you heard that right. The same Chrisean who throws punches at air, walls, and people's souls opened a live stream and started saying sorry like she was reading confessions in a courtroom. And the internet, it didn't just react, it short-circuited. Phones froze. Comment sections combusted. Even Blueface probably had to sit down for this one, because she didn't just apologize to Blueface. She apologized to Jaidyn. She apologized to Karlissa. She apologized to literally everyone she's dragged through emotional mud for 2 years straight. It felt like watching a lion suddenly become vegan. It made zero sense, and that's why the world stopped breathing. The moment she said the words, fans started pacing like parents at a parent-teacher meeting. Trolls screamed, haters fainted, and bloggers pulled out laptops like paparazzi at the Grammys. This wasn't a regular apology. This was the plot twist of the decade. And right when viewers thought she was done, she brought up Tesehki, because of course she did. Chrisean never ends a scandal quietly. What she revealed next didn't calm anything down. The moment Chrisean's apology hit the internet, people stared at their screens like they were experiencing a glitch in the Matrix. This is the same woman who once weaponized chaos like it was a personality trait. Now suddenly sitting on live talking about growth and healing, viewers didn't know whether to clap, run, or call tech support. It felt like watching a tornado politely ask for permission before destroying a house. The confusion was spiritual. The live stream started with Chrisean looking calmer than usual, which already triggered global suspicion. Fans typed comments asking if she was hacked, while others said she looked like she just returned from talking to the universe through a crystal or a motivational YouTube playlist. But then she spoke Blueface's name softly, and the entire chat lost its mind. People typed so fast the app lagged. Nobody was prepared for softness. She said she wanted to apologize for the hurt, drama, and chaos she caused, and the internet gasped like someone slapped a season finale reveal into their faces. This was the same Chrisean who used arguments as cardio, now admitting she played a part in the mess. Fans stared at their phones like, is this real life or an AI deepfake? Even the word sorry felt illegal coming out of her mouth. Then came the second bomb. She apologized to Jaidyn Alexis. The internet combusted instantly. People threw their headphones. Bloggers grabbed notepads. Jaidyn and Chrisean have been rivals, enemies, frenemies, and fighting champions of the Blueface universe for so long that an apology felt like a plot twist nobody paid for. Fans called it the celebrity solar eclipse. Some said they needed oxygen. Others said they needed screenshots for evidence. Chrisean explained that she didn't want to fight anymore. Didn't want to drag the mother of Blueface's children. Didn't want to keep the generational chaos rolling. She said she wanted to move forward. That line alone sent shockwaves through comment sections. TikTok creators started stitching the live before she even finished the sentence. People called it character development. Others called it suspicious. A few said it smelled like Zeus network contract negotiations. Right when viewers were still digesting that miracle, she moved on to Karlissa. The apology to Karlissa felt like watching two thunderstorms hug. No one expected it. no one believed it. No one even knew it was possible. Karlissa has dragged Chrisean from every angle, in every season, and on every platform. For Chrisean to apologize to her felt like the Avengers teaming up with Thanos for a charity event. Chrisean said she understood where Karlissa was coming from and acknowledged the damage. Fans screamed in disbelief. People wrote comments like, "This is not the timeline we were supposed to be living in." Others said, "Whoever prayed this into existence needs to reveal the spell." Even Karlissa, who normally responds instantly to everything, stayed strangely quiet. Silence from her was more shocking than any clapback. As Chrisean kept talking, the tone of the stream shifted into something emotional, vulnerable, reflective. She spoke about wanting peace for her son, wanting stability, wanting to grow into a better mother and a better person. It felt like a therapy session disguised as viral content. People didn't know whether to screen record or hug their phones. She sounded exhausted, not in a dramatic way, but in the way someone sounds when they finally realize their chaos quota is full. But then, just when the audience thought they knew where the live was going, she brought up Tesehki. The comment section flipped instantly. People typed, "Oh, here we go," like they were cheering at a wrestling match. Because if there's one person who consistently triggers Chrisean's emotional roller coaster, it's her sister. Their relationship has been louder, messier, and more unpredictable than any soap opera script ever written. Chrisean said she wanted to set the record straight about Tesehki. She talked about misunderstandings, jealousy, betrayal, and the pressure of fame ripping families apart. She didn't attack her sister. She explained her pain. Fans weren't ready for that level of clarity. They expected screaming. They expected chaos. They expected smoke. Instead, they got honesty. And strangely, that made the moment even more shocking. She said she still loved Tesehki, even if the two had hurt each other repeatedly. She didn't deny the fights. She didn't sugarcoat the history. She admitted she played a role in the dysfunction. That humility shocked the world more than any punch ever could. People typed disbelief in all caps. Some said she sounded grown. Others wondered if therapy finally worked. A few dramatic ones said aliens might have replaced her soul. As Chrisean continued, she addressed the viral drama surrounding Blueface's other relationships and her part in escalating every issue. She admitted she had moments where she lashed out from insecurities, anger, or emotional scars that she never handled. Fans were stunned because introspection is not something they associate with her brand. It felt like watching a firecracker suddenly read a self-help book. She said she didn't want to be at war anymore. She said she didn't want to keep dragging people online. She said she wanted to be better. These weren't empty words. She sounded like someone who actually sat down and reviewed their life like a chaotic highlight reel. People in the chat wrote, "Character development unlocked," and honestly, it felt accurate. But the apology wasn't weak. It wasn't submissive. It wasn't soft in a fake way. It was raw, unfiltered, and brutally honest. She still had her signature bluntness. She still threw light shade where needed. She still spoke like someone who survived 10 seasons of a reality show without scriptwriters. But the energy was different. There was intention behind her words. The internet immediately began dissecting the motivation behind her apology. Some said she was clearing her conscience. Others said she was preparing for a custody battle. A few said she was trying to get Blueface's attention. And some believed she was genuinely evolving. For once, people didn't know which version was true. And that confusion created even more engagement. Bloggers posted clips. YouTubers made hour-long breakdowns. People replayed the apology on TikTok so many times the platform thought it was a new trend. Every sentence she said turned into a talking point. Every expression became a psychological deep dive. The apology wasn't just a moment. It became a global discussion. And through it all, Chrisean sat there on live, speaking calmly, speaking deliberately, speaking vulnerably, and unknowingly rewiring the entire narrative surrounding her. The second Chrisean's apology went viral. The internet didn't just react, it erupted like someone dropped Mentos into a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi and shook it with both hands. Twitter became a war zone. TikTok turned into a detective agency. Instagram transformed into a digital church service with people shouting amen under clips of Chrisean apologizing to her enemies. The reactions were louder than the original apology, which is saying a lot because Chrisean's voice has broken more microphones than sound engineers are willing to admit. The first wave of chaos came from celebrities. Some applauded her growth like they suddenly became life coaches. A few shady influencers posted cryptic quotes about accountability, pretending they weren't talking about her. And then there were rappers who posted clown emojis because apparently emotional maturity triggers people who still can't pay child support on time. Every post turned into ammunition. Every emoji became an opinion. The industry acted like they were watching a boxing match instead of a woman apologizing for once in her life. But the memes were biblical. One viral edit showed Chrisean on her knees apologizing to Blueface while the heavens opened above her. Another clip showed Karlissa holding the apology like it was a trophy she earned in a competition nobody signed up for. A third meme had Jaidyn Alexis looking shocked, with captions like, "Girl, we were not mentally prepared for this. The internet didn't forgive or forget, it turned everything into a comedy special." Jaidyn's reaction was especially iconic. She didn't clap back. She didn't fight back. She simply posted a selfie with a subtle smirk, and somehow that sent the world into meltdown. People interpreted it in a million ways. Some said she was accepting the apology. Others said she was mocking it silently. A few delusional fans claimed the smirk meant she and Chrisean were about to be best friends. Which is hilarious because these two would rather co-parent a rage-filled tornado than team up. Karlissa, on the other hand, behaved exactly the way people expected. She went live faster than a smoke detector in a burning house. She talked about how she had been waiting for this apology, how she manifested it, and how God reveals the truth. Through the right vessels, she spoke like a pastor who just found out their biggest enemy donated to the church. Fans watched her live like it was a spiritual comedy show. She accepted the apology, but in a way that somehow still made her the main character. Blueface's reaction was peak Blueface. He posted a cryptic story saying growth is attractive, followed by a meme of someone dodging responsibility like it was a dodgeball championship. People had no idea what he meant. Some said he was shading her. Others said he was proud. Some said he was annoyed. Blueface communicates through memes the way dolphins communicate through clicks. You know they're saying something, but nobody fully understands. Meanwhile, Tesehki's name flew around the internet like confetti. Everyone expected her to explode. They predicted screaming, cussing, a live meltdown, maybe even a diss track. But instead, she posted a calm message saying she was processing things quietly, which confused everyone even more. The entire family suddenly turned peaceful at the same time, and that scared people. Chaos was their brand. Peace was suspicious. Public reactions escalated wildly. Some fans started congratulating Chrisean like she just won a humanitarian award. Others accused her of apologizing only because she needed help with legal drama. Some said she changed because she became a mother. Others said she was preparing for a comeback arc. A few chaotic individuals said aliens replaced her with a calmer clone. The theories were insane, but that's exactly what happens when the internet is forced to interpret sincerity. TikTok became a battlefield of stitched videos. Half the creators praised her emotional maturity, calling her a queen who's healing. The other half mocked her for apologizing only after burning every bridge she could find. Some pointed out the convenient timing. Others highlighted her baby as the reason she needed peace. And a few said it was all a publicity strategy. Nobody agreed, but everyone participated. Comment sections were worse than political debates. People argued about her motives like they were analyzing a presidential speech. Loyal fans defended her fiercely, saying growth is real. Haters said she was lying. Neutral viewers just enjoyed the show. But the real entertainment came from the Blueface Jaidyn fanbase clashing with the Rock Nation. The insults flew back and forth like dodgeballs in gym class. It was digital warfare. The apology also sparked a wave of conspiracy threads. People analyzed her voice, her breathing, her eye movements, her posture. Some claimed she was reading off a script. Others said she sounded too gentle. Some said they heard sadness under her tone. A few said she looked like she had a revelation. The overanalysis was insane because people weren't watching a live stream, they were decoding a prophecy. Some fans noted how emotional she got when discussing Tesehki. They said it felt like unresolved trauma. Others said she was trying to rebuild her family image. A group of analysts pointed out that she said love more times than usual. And then the wildest theory emerged. Someone claimed Chrisean's apology was the first step toward a major family reunion episode on Zeus. That theory gained so much traction it trended for hours. Karlissa's followers went into celebration mode. They treated the apology like they personally won a lawsuit. They posted comments praising her motherly wisdom, which was ironic considering Karlissa starts fights faster than she starts meals. Meanwhile, Jaidyn's supporters weren't sure how to feel. They didn't trust the apology. They didn't hate it. They simply stared at the timeline like it was too peaceful to be real. Drama experts, the online ones, predicted this was the calm before the real storm. They said something massive was coming. They said Chrisean was preparing for a bigger moment. Some suggested she was getting ready to expose new truth about Blueface. Others said she wanted stability for her baby. The guesses multiplied endlessly because the internet hates when a celebrity acts unpredictable in a calm way. Influencers posted reaction videos longer than the actual apology. Some gave heartfelt responses. Others dragged her. A few laughed. A couple cried. And then there were those who used her apology as motivation for their own lives, saying if Chrisean Rock can say sorry, anyone can. The dramatic emotional manipulation was almost inspiring. What made everything even crazier was how quiet Blueface stayed afterward. He didn't confirm the apology. He didn't deny it. He didn't shade it. He just kept posting unrelated content like the world wasn't spiraling because of his name. His silence became a character in the story. People interpreted it however they wanted, adding more confusion to the drama, but the most shocking reaction came from fans who had been begging for peace. For the first time, they felt hopeful. They believed the apology might end the non-stop chaos that had dominated the internet for years. They said they wanted unity, maturity, family healing. But others laughed and said, "Give it 2 days, because when it comes to Chrisean, peace is a visitor, not a resident." The aftermath of Chrisean's apology didn't feel like resolution. It felt like the opening scene of a bigger, wilder season. The internet didn't calm down. It started vibrating like it sensed another plot twist loading. For a woman whose brand is chaos, peace felt suspicious, almost unsettling. People weren't asking, "Is she sincere?" anymore. They were asking, "Okay, but what's next?" Because they knew her apology wasn't an ending. It was a warning. The first ripple hit Blueface's fan base. They didn't know whether to celebrate, panic, or unfollow. Some believed Chrisean's apology meant she wanted to reconnect. Others believed she was clearing her conscience before dropping a bomb. A few said she was preparing for a custody battle. The theories spiraled faster than a rumor in a high school hallway. Every group had a different interpretation, and each version caused more confusion than the last. Jaidyn's supporters reacted differently. They stayed cautious, almost irritated. They didn't trust the apology fully. They said real change needed action, not words. They believed Chrisean's pattern was loud. She apologizes, feels emotional, then explodes again 2 days later. They didn't know if they were witnessing character development or the quiet moment before another hurricane. Their hesitation became its own storyline. Karlissa, meanwhile, treated the apology like an award ceremony. She went on live again, this time emotional instead of chaotic. She thanked God, thanked her ancestors, thanked the universe, and indirectly thanked herself for speaking truth into existence. Her confidence skyrocketed. She acted like she manifested the apology through spiritual force. The internet watched her monologue like a performance piece they couldn't look away from. But the real trouble started when Blueface posted another cryptic message. He wrote, "Some doors don't open unless you close the wrong ones first." The internet combusted instantly. People tried deciphering it like it was a secret code. Was he talking about Chrisean? Was he shading Jaidyn? Was he teasing a reconciliation? Or was it another meaningless meme that people were overanalyzing? Nobody knew. But confusion drives engagement, and engagement drives chaos. Public perception of Chrisean shifted in unexpected ways. Some fans said her apology showed growth. They believed she was finally stepping into maturity after years of traumatic battles. Others said she was manipulating emotions to create sympathy for an upcoming announcement. A handful insisted she was only apologizing because her piece was starting to cost her opportunities. The divide widened with every new clip posted. People also noticed how emotional she became when speaking about Tesehki. They said her voice cracked. They said her eyes softened. They said she seemed tired from carrying family trauma on her back. For once, the internet didn't laugh, it analyzed. It tried to understand. They treated her vulnerability like a rare meteorite, unexpected, fragile, and loaded with meaning. Tesehki didn't respond immediately, which made the silence even louder. Then came the unexpected twist. Industry insiders claimed Chrisean's apology might be part of a rebrand. They said she was preparing to launch new music, a documentary, or a major appearance. Fans argued about whether that was true or just an excuse to avoid giving her credit. Some said women are often punished for showing growth. Others said her image was built on conflict, so anything peaceful felt staged. As the debates grew, someone leaked an old recording of Blueface complaining about his relationships. It wasn't new, but the timing made it explosive. People used the clip to fuel their narratives. They said Blueface was the real problem. They said he enjoyed chaos. They said he manipulated both women emotionally. And suddenly the apology wasn't about healing, it was about exposing deeper dysfunction. The energy got heavier. People online began choosing sides like it was a loyalty test. Some said the apology was overdue. Others said it didn't fix anything. A few said it was brave. A few said it was strategic. The conversations became messy, emotional, and relentless. Celebrities even chimed in, some praising her, others lightly shading the situation without naming names. Meanwhile, Chrisean stayed quiet. And that silence made the world restless. Historically, when Chrisean disappears, she's either healing or plotting. Viewers watched her page like it was a stock market chart. Every new post became a temperature check. Every caption felt like a clue. Every selfie sparked new theories. She unknowingly created a suspense arc that kept even her haters invested. Blueface's reaction continued to add fuel. He posted videos smiling, then posted memes shading fake apologies, then randomly dropped heart emojis under unrelated photos. Nobody understood his game. Some said he was hurt. Others said he was playing mind games. A few claimed he was jealous. And a small group insisted he was unfazed. Even though his posting pattern said otherwise, Jaidyn surprised everyone by staying calm. She didn't clap back. She didn't shade. She didn't indirectly comment. She focused on her brand, her music, her glow-up. That silence gave her power. People suddenly began praising her maturity. They said she handled the moment better than anyone expected. They compared her piece to a luxury item, rare and expensive. Karlissa, however, refused to let the moment rest. She kept praising the apology 1 minute, then throwing light shade the next. Her unpredictable commentary confused everyone. One day she acted like Chrisean was family. The next day she hinted she still didn't trust her. Her contradictions created a psychological plot twist even writers couldn't script. Fans watched her every word like detectives tracking a suspect. The greatest shock arrived when clips surfaced of Chrisean saying she wants to heal things with Blueface. Eventually, that sentence alone triggered emotional earthquakes. Some said she wanted closure. Some said she wanted reconciliation. Some said she wanted peace for their child. And some said she was setting the stage for the most unexpected reunion in celebrity history. Public perception spiraled again. People debated whether Blueface deserved an apology. They argued about whether Jaidyn should accept it. They questioned whether Karlissa would sabotage everything. The apology became a cultural event, not because of the words, but because of the connections tied to those words. Fans started predicting alliances. They said Chrisean and Jaidyn might coexist peacefully for the kids. They said Karlissa might soften for a moment before reigniting chaos. They said Blueface might attempt a reunion, whether for clout or emotional confusion. Nothing felt stable. Everything felt like a cliffhanger, and underneath all the drama, one truth became clear. The apology didn't solve anything, but it sparked everything. Because apologies in celebrity culture are never simple. They're strategic, emotional, symbolic, dangerous, and when they come from a person as unpredictable as Chrisean Rock, the apology becomes a weapon, a healing tool, a shockwave, and a teaser for future chaos. That the world knows one thing now: peace might be possible, but drama is inevitable. Because this wasn't the end of a story. It was the prologue of the next explosion. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how Chrisean Rock turned a simple apology into a full-blown cultural earthquake. She didn't just say sorry, she rewired the entire Blueface universe with one live stream. Blueface is confused, Jaidyn is glowing, Karlissa is preaching, and Tesehki is somewhere processing her emotions like a character who knows her scene is coming in the next episode. This wasn't healing. This was entertainment disguised as personal growth. Before you run to the comments to argue with strangers like you're getting paid for it, do the most important thing: smash that like button like it owes you money, child support, and emotional damages. Break that thumbs up button the way this family breaks the internet every 2 business days. If your screen doesn't shake, you didn't hit it hard enough. And make sure you subscribe, because Celeb Ruckus does not miss a moment. When celebrities break down, glow up, clap back, reunite, expose each other, or accidentally create viral storms, we're in the front row with popcorn and microphones. Turn on notifications unless you enjoy being the last person in your group chat to know the tea. Drop a comment below. Do you believe the apology? Do you think a reunion is coming? Is this peace, or is this the calm before a Category 10 meltdown? Say it loud. This comment section is built for chaos. This is Celeb Ruckus signing out.